Never really did the super hard carrying since then. I'm gonna have to stop this bedtime story, as we do have a nice little gank down in the bottom side. Keria very caught out here. The exhaust may be able to keep him alive, but a couple of autos will do the trick, as with the red buff, Lang immediately gonna put bot dive pressure onto that bottom side. Here's that replay.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Very far pushed up in the lane without vision, like whatsoever. Lang's just gonna get the leap off. The auto there as the red buff cleans it up. Would have been amazing, actually, if the kill went to Hybrid. So this is actually a really nice stun from Zeus. Just point and click on that one as soon as this. Look at the rotation up. The bot probably means they can actually fight for this.
Oh, they're going in, actually. Yellow card onto the Galio. Galio only level 4.
They're simply going to have to give this up.
Oh, what? Oh, we have a trade down on the bottom side. By the way, Hybrid going to get the one-on-one end here in the team fight. This is what I wanted to see. Doran pressuring up on the top side. Need that LM has to get up here, and no sleep because it was used to zone away KT and take down the Rift Herald. So T1 have to desperately get out of the fight.
See that to see what happens. This might be it right here. Yeah, we are going to see that. So they do end up getting the Herald, and the eye is picked up here for Elam. But look at the hard engage coming through from Yukal and Blank, and Yukal just destinies in super fast. Those are just never able to get the fight that he's looking for with his ultimate. And yeah, they get the Herald, but the trade in the bot lane is insanely valuable. We're going to watch that one now again as well. And, I mean, it's just pretty straightforward here. The ultimate gets popped from the S rank, and he flashes for the kill after the knockback. So, perhaps just hoping that...
He's bringing so much pressure up to the top side. Kind of misses his ultimate and wallop there, though. A little bit unfortunate. Yeah, and now he is just going to get burst down. Not really going to be able to trade this one back. So, you know, TT couldn't really get any footing underneath them. Zeus is about to get jumped on here. We got 3-on-2 down on the bottom side, but the TP is coming in. And now Keria in a really awkward spot. Flashes just to see Hybrid and has to use his ult. It's not a bad play. You want to try to fight here before Vayne gets on the board. They're just going to burst down Keria. That is a fantastic stopwatch timing, though. He immediately does go down, but this isn't looking half bad for T1. They're trying to get into that backline, but here comes Hybrid, able to hit that S rank and immediately turn this one around. Took T1 a little bit too long to take down the 80 carry from the side of KT. 4,000 damage comes out.
Trying to start the Drake in the first place. So look at where Doran is right now. They look for the engage on the Keria, and as soon as Closer comes in, Doran's the one who comes in to try to buffer for that. Yukal has a perfectly timed Zonia's there, so he doesn't actually get caught by the ultimate. Doran zones out Closer. There's nothing he can do, and then Hybrid is able to just clean up during that trade in the middle of the fight. There's no peel from Keria because he had to stopwatch so early on into the fight. It was perfect. So right now, T1 is caught between a rock and a hard place in this game. They're going to try to maybe flank.
This is one way to try to do it, a big taunt into that backline, but a huge Gnar ultimate follow-up there from Doran. The damage is pretty good, but at the same time, Hybrid goes down, and now T1 desperately trying to get in there. Gumayusi able to get a pick off on the front line. Blank going very aggressive, not sure about that one. Zeus gets caught off. Up on the top side, and immediately, because the big engage goes on to Hybrid, who has no flash, T1 are able to turn that fight around.
Yeah, the lack of flash is a huge issue for him.
Can he kite it out until he hits S rank and opens up these fights? I do wonder.
I think you're going to have to be very careful about how you engage if you want to play like this. You're going to see the teleport coming through. Your KT are trapped between a rock and a hard place. They're going to have to go down. Closer's coming in. He wants the ult.
Yeah. He's thinking about it. You can see. He was so like, scary. Oh, I want to open up on forward.
Vision gives you the enough advanced warning. And they really need to respect Closer's ultimate.
Oh boy. see even Zeus comes in. Doran kind of gets a flailing engage there. Closer, though, does move back. They're going to try to isolate Keria here, but immediate exhaust goes down onto Doran, and he just gets burst to smithereens. Closer with his own stopwatch. They're opening up so much room here for the Vayne to just chip away and kite down one by one each member of KT. As you can see, now everything has gone wild. HybriD all alone here, gonna look for that ultimate, gets into the back line and opens up on two of them. Immediately turns this fight around in a big way. Closer going to put the pressure on a blank, but HybriD keeps the hopes alive here. T1 still going to win in the end, as they will go for this Cloud Drake.
What a play from HybriD, though. He gave him a little bit of the runaround on red side jungle, and then came into the back and gets Keria, his solo level. Okay, this might be a bit overzealous, though.
Okay, well, they got the TF in the backside. This is interesting. Now KT are getting skirmishy. The Hextech,
need be. And this is KT really needs to do a little bit more poke damage than they are right now. Very slow on this.
All right, Dominus pops here. Huge engage coming in from Closer, but immediate exhaust. That is a nice knockup now from Keria. Trying to engage, and a massive sleep is coming in. This might be T1's moment with the Renekton in the backline. Immediately gets burst down, though, and the kiting is real from the side of KT. And finally, HybriD finds his moment. The double kill comes in, and we've seen so many teams have trouble just trying to force a fight in that narrow corridor, and T1 fall down to it again. KT.
So low health, but they can't close the gap. Only Renekton can, but they turn on him and blow him up in an instant. And this looks like it might be the push to end the game. Doran teleports in. T1 in a desperate defense here. They've got 20 seconds until Closer's back up. This might just be the game. I think it very well likely.
They need to clear the minions. You can see Keria, he's desperately trying to get in the back, but we have another wave coming in, and now Elim just disappears himself. And we don't, you can see he's trying to bring the minions out of position, but one little ranged minion gets in range. They're gonna target down the Nexus, and it looks like KT will just barely take the win. They take down the Nexus and upset T1 here 2-1 as they go wild in the team house.
Rolster with the upset win, 2-1 here in our first Telecom War for 2021. And the crazy narrative here, the crazy stories that we're seeing across this spring season early on our first round robin just continue. We've seen so many upsets, we've seen so many unexpected wins across the board, and this is a KT Rolster that just came off a loss against Hanwha Life Esports earlier this week. There were issues in that series closing out games, but in this series, with the leads they had, they choked out T1. They played aggressively. The fact they were able to turn that was so unbelievable. And I think that's the unbelievable look that you have if you're T1 after it looked like it was a team fight win for sure. It looked like it was a done deal. It was a barren fight, a team fight win, and a push to win the game. But they end up losing that fight, and it's their Nexus that falls in the end. The first win for KT Rolster in a long time in Telecom Wars. Extremely infuriating moment if you're T1. Like that's a team fight that looks won 100 out of 100 times. Like I think if you could like delete T1 players' memories and like replay this like 100 times, 100 out of 100, they follow the engage the same way. I mean, it just looks so perfect. And the response was great. The poke on the good news is insane. You can see the KT Rolster players lose their minds as the Nexus falls because this
Doran is so calm, by the way. Doran did not react at all.